there, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Sage Fusion. And when I think about it, Vonsi isn't that calm at all, well, he can get angry, like in that one fight he actually got pissed and went crazy. I wonder what power he might be hiding. Okay, that chip. Oh, I always knew I was strong, ridiculously, abnormally strong. Had always been, since as far back as when I was just a kid. I would win every fight without exception, even when the opponents ganged up on me. There was time when I came home all bruised up and beat up. I could see the horror in Mother's eyes as she saw me. She was worried. Not about me, but about whomever it was I had fought against. My hometown in Ginas was a peaceful town, but I could never find peace. To me, the world felt like a hostile place, like everybody out there was out to get me. I would react to everything I deemed offensive, even a mere insult, and I would answer with my fist. Gosh, I was too strong. It was a wonder how God thought it was a good idea to give me the kind of superpower similar to that of the magical knights from olden fairy tales. My mother wasn't a religious type. Like most people, she went to church services, but I always had a feeling that she didn't really believe in God. After all, she refused a gift from God. My power. Mother believed that the power itself wasn't dangerous, so she went to the root problem, which she said was anger. It was anger, not the power that needed restraint. So long as I wasn't enraged, I wouldn't turn into that horrible beast. So control the anger she did. It wasn't a big deal for my mother, who was a neuroscientist in a local academy. She had done years of research in neurology and biotechnology. She did it by installing a chipset onto the back of my neck, a chipset that suppressed anger. It was amazing to think that a device not larger than a pebble could turn someone into a different person. At first I resisted. I didn't want the chip controlling me, didn't want it changing who I was. Most importantly, perhaps, I didn't want to feel like an animal that was being used for an experiment in a laboratory, or to be likened to those animals in farms that had been implanted with similar chipsets to make them more obedient and more productive. Yet, Mother assured me that it wasn't at all like that. In fact, she promised that I would become a better human, one that would be capable of love, one that wouldn't be forever enslaved by anger. Peace was an offer I couldn't say no to, so I gave it to Mother's demand and took the chipset. From then on, my life literally changed. No longer was I the man who got angry at everything and everyone. No more did I feel any negative emotion. Those days flew by like a dream. When some kids threw dirt at me, I ignored them and hurried back home. When some City Watch members accused me of stealing from the mayor's wife's store and hit me with their sticks, I didn't fight back. I just smiled at them until they felt tired and left. It was all the chip's doing. It wouldn't let rage or sadness overtake me. It programmed my emotion, forcing me to smile, and even to sympathize. I became a good man, perhaps even better than a saint. Everyone was puzzled by my sudden transformation. Press wanted to find out how a hoodlum changed to a man that was incapable of anger. Mother was silent about it. Mind control technology, as was the case of cyborg technology, was considered taboo by the Codex because it eliminated free will, disrespecting human dignity as free beings. Consequently, the Church declared it profane. The Zayan law was the law, and therefore such an operation was legal. Going against the law meant going against religion, which meant going against God, an act punishable by death. But why was it so? The chip had let me discover love. Kifi always praised me for never getting angry, for always being patient, even as she was being childish. She said that it was my good nature that made her just nod silently as I put the gold ring on her finger. Kifi was my only family other than Mother. From her I got two others, Tristan and Viridian. At that point I got reminded of what Mother had said, for I had found my peace. All that was left was to raise my kids, help them grow up to be like me and Kifi, and then the two of us could grow old together and forget about life and death. But the chip wouldn't stop working. Kifi, Tristan and Viridian were on a space travel to visit Kifi's family when space pirates attacked their space liner and killed everyone. I was working on that fateful day. As a government administrator, I couldn't leave work, so I didn't go with them. It was a decision that I would regret for life. The news hit hard. Mother could not stop crying for days. I, meanwhile, didn't feel anything. Not sorrow, not even a little bit of my sadness. Not a single tear was shed. As 3 coffins arrived at my door, I smiled emotionless. That was about the only thing the chip had programmed me to do. Mother blamed the government. The problem with space pirates was long known, but the government wouldn't do anything about it. Defense fund indeed to protect space travelers, went to corrupt government officials instead. Mother kept petitioning against them, criticizing and protesting politicians in Capistad. As a representative of the academy, she joined a public forum that functioned as watchdog for the government. That was one terrible mistake she made. In doing so, she had exposed herself. She became a person of interest for the authority. Government agencies searched for information about her and, among other things, found out about the chip that controlled emotion. Indeed, Mother was an academic scholar. Even as her work was against the religion, she wrote extensive documentation and journals in great detail. A person adequately skillful in the art would be able to replicate her work by following these documents. Then the inevitable happened, and I was there when it all did. Mother, clothed in a prisoner's uniform, was brought forth to face the judge in Wade Square, 2 guards at her side. Still I felt nothing. The chip just wouldn't let me weep or sob, let alone cry in anguish. I did frown, or so I believed, but it was more of a sympathy rather than unhappiness. But emotionless as I was, I couldn't just let Mother face an unjust punishment. This is not justice, I thought. So in that instant I abandoned reason. As the thought of lasers going through Mother's body filled my mind, I stood up without fear and shouted, "My mother is innocent! She cured me through the use of technology!" As hundreds of pairs of eyes gazed my way, I slowly turned to face the other way and tugged my shirt to reveal the back of my neck. The secret was out. People gasped. The look in their faces were akin to that of someone in the face of a beast. I didn't look at Mother then, but I knew she cried. She must have not expected me to do what I did. She didn't regret her doing, but she certainly felt sorry, and was deeply moved because I was there, that I was there for her. The next thing happened all too fast. Before I knew it, the back of a city watch's rifle hit my head hard, causing me to fall, the side of my face hitting the cold stone floor. I was barely conscious, my mind was blank. I could hear some faint sounds but nothing clear, nothing except Mother's scream. I heard her shout my name. She was trying to tell me something, but between the roar from the city watch and her own trembling voice, I couldn't make out what she said. But then it stopped. I couldn't hear Mother anymore. What were left were sounds of people shouting, booing, cheering, swearing. As I laid down on the floor, I was without motion. The city watch kept beating me. They kicked me, stamped at me, laughing as they did that. I lost count of how many punches and kicks I took. Wasn't even sure if I was awake. Yet perhaps due to the chip or the emotional shock I felt nothing. Not pain, nor agony. The only thing I could feel then was sadness. Funny how I missed that feeling. Faces of Mother, Tristan, Viridian, and also Kiffy flashed in my eyes. I got reminded of them, the good people in my life that had to live in a harsh and unforgiving world. There was no sign of the beating going to stop. I might have felt nothing of it, but my body disagreed. The taste of blood in my mouth was unmistakable. The sound of bones cracking as I kick landed on my ribs was as clear as anything else I could hear. I felt pain. It hurt. But not my ribs that took the kicks. Those didn't hurt. Neither did my spine that was being stomped on. It was the back of my neck. The pain on the back of my neck was unbearable. It felt like burning. That chip. Hey, look, do you think this person's dead? He ain't moving, haha. No, man's still alive, but that's not person, it's a cyborg. It hasn't got bloody mind of its own. That's just a body controlled by a stinking chip. It's like we're disposing of the goddamn broken robot or something. Hey, you darn robot. How are you involved in this blasphemy, you pig? You bastard, was that your mother, huh? Bloody hell, man, the mother turned her child into this abomination. Oh, look at that, I think that was the chip. You are, tell me, what the hell is this? Answer me, you filthy trash. This ain't fun, man, he's as good as dead. Listen, you damn brat, you probably can't see well by now, but I'm sure your nose is still working. Can you not smell that? You smell that, mate? The smell for roasted meat? Smell it, Severderma, because this is the last thing you have to remember your mommy before we put you in the bloody cell. I am free. Ah, dude, the guy is still alive after all. Yeah, but whoever hit his head must have hit him too hard. Did you hear what he said? Ah, the poor Brock spoke of being free, just as he was going to jail. Oh, that dream of mine, which I never will be. You see, how very mean of that. Why this is due too much in me, huh? Stop that, man, that's depressing. You almost make me feel sad for him. Almost, haha. Alright, people, that is enough. Take him to his cell, the execution is over. Okay, let's take him, Hey, my hand, ah! What? No way, it can't be! He got up, he's up! Ah! Shoot him down! Shit. Wow. So he really is very powerful. Run! Run, you scums! Run to your mothers! Don't show your faces to me again, because I'll murder each and every one of your swines. I'd blow your heads, tear your limbs, spread your intestines for dogs and boars to feast upon. Your cries of agony will be symphony to my ears, trace of your blood paintings to my eyes. For today I've been liberated, free from what had bound me. 15 years of fury will be unleashed upon all of you evil dogs. Be afraid, be very afraid, for Alphonse is free and angry, witness in terror as he rages as a furious bandersnatch. He's angry and he's out to get you. He seeks revenge, and revenge he shall get, for he has sworn on this very day that you all shall pay. Ha ha ha! Alphonse. Hey! What with you? Spacing out like that? You scared me, man. Sorry, I was just thinking. Really? Oh, I know, you must have been thinking something nasty. What? Let's see. Was it the novice? No, it wasn't anything like that. Huh? So you can raise your voice after all? Relax, dude. That was a joke. Don't take everything so seriously. It's good to have some fun every once in a while. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm bored. Yeah, but where am I supposed to go now? I asked a question. Were you here? Yeah, you were. I probably need to get there somehow. Yeah, we know. Greetings, I'm Sister Renia of Order Sancta Clarice, the Order of Saint Clarice. Clarice. Have you not heard of that name? Saint Clarice was a friend of Saint Zedvogian. She was a supporter of Saint Zedvogian ever since long before the war, one who we know for her patience. She is among the most famous holy patrons of the Church. Likewise, our order stands among the most respected congregations of the Church. The other orders are nothing compared to us. Many of us Claricians hold important positions as the church officials. More importantly, we perform many good deeds for others and engage in a lot of charity works. Really, what have you done? We build hospitals, schools, libraries. No, sister, what have you done? I pray for others. Why are you laughing? Sorry, mea culpa, but has it occurred to you that the priests and nuns from other lesser orders also pray for people? Yeah, they do. So you're not that much more virtuous than the rest of them now, are ya? I was talking about the order. Order Sancta Clarice is the only... The order again. Sister, what exactly are you being proud about? Nothing, that's what. I'm sorry? The achievements you so proudly proclaim are not of yours. You just piggyback on the name of those who did achieve them. You're just like those elites, and also like those in my own. I hate your kind. You, how rude! Did you listen to yourself? Yeah, and I would say it again, so I hate your kind. If you wanna be proud of your order, then be a part of that pride. Only then can you be proud of it. I am. It is not as if I'm not doing anything. I help spread hope and happiness. I teach people to pray and read the Codex. Pray, read Codex, sister. People are poor. They are sick and starving, and your solution for these people's problems are prayer. What? Oh, of course. You are happy here in the peak of human civilization. You don't know about other people like those in the inner globe. I know about the inner globe. When I said I help people, I excluded them now. So, in your belief, those people will have better lives, if only they pray and read the Codex, as if they have not been doing that already. No, I mean, yes, but no, what I was saying is that with faith, they will be able to overcome their problems because it gives them hope. Your little wonderland is certainly full of wonders, but unfortunately, sister, the rest of us have to live in this harsh, unforgiving place called reality, where one will happily take another's life if that is the only option he has to get a cup of water. Not everyone is asked yet. Not everyone is, yet most are. I am displeased with how you suggest that humans are like animals. You are mistaken, sister. I am suggesting that humans are animals. Then perhaps you must explain to me why we are not killing each other for food. Putting aside the fact that some do kill each other for food, we generally don't because evolution has taught our species that cooperation is ultimately a superior means for survival. As humans interacted with other humans, they discovered through trials and errors that everybody had better probability of thriving when everybody worked with everybody rather than against everybody. Thus society was born, first as a hunting group, later on a tribe, a village, cities, planets, and finally the galaxy. People from inner globe do not work with the rest of Capistad, because they no longer benefit from cooperation. When society actively works against you, when they have abandoned and left you, what other choice do you have? The church has not abandoned them. You just either don't realize it, or refuse to admit it. Hey? No, don't get me wrong, sister. I'm not against the church, nor am I against the order. I'm also not against you preaching your faith to people. On the contrary, it might even be for the best. Religion, after all, is one foundation upon which morals are codified and formalized, and morals keep society in order. But don't you fool yourself into thinking that your codex can miraculously make those people happy. It never has, and it never will. You don't know them, you don't know their problems, you don't know their suffering. Don't pretend that you do. Okay, that's enough, Marlon. Please stop bullying the man. No, it's fine. I'm alright. I do not disagree with him. There was a time when I really thought of helping those people. I wanted to go to the inner globe, wanted to stand where they stood, to experience their experiences, to live their lives. I should then know how to help. There had to be something even I could do. Why didn't you? Or rather, why don't you? Order Sancta much as I love this order, that sort of thing is just not what we do. Following the steps of our patron St. Clarice, herself a scientist and an academia in her time, our order's mission is one of prayer and education. The order concerns not itself with the things we discussed. Even if I proposed to go to New Globe, my mother's superiors would never agree to it. Then go, not as a nun of the Order of St. Clarice, but as Sister Renia. I agree, your order is there to help you plan and organize your service, but don't let that be a wall that stands between you and your good deeds. You're right, you both are. I thank you for... I now know what I must do. I shall go to New Globe. Let me just have some time to think this through. I know not yet what to do once I am there. Actually, there may be something you can do. Is there? We met a pregnant lady whose son is very sick. There is no doctor in the globe, and she can afford medical expenses in the city. Thank you for telling me. I shall go there at once and see what I can do. Well then, Marlon, good job. Alright, let's end the episode here. We might go to the inner globe as well, because there might be a reason for that. Hope you enjoyed that episode and see you in the next one. Bye.